under your kitchen sink is toxins. And look at, this is what is known as a vortex, okay? It's now larger than the size of Texas and 3 feet deep. It's by the Pacific Ocean, or it's in the Pacific Ocean, I should say, by Hawaii. 60 million water bottles are thrown away every single day in the United States. And even the recyclers can't handle it all. 80% of what even gets recycled ends up in landfills and in the ocean. It's all being dumped. Every one of us needs to do what we can to protect the environment. Now, there's a lot of man-made chemicals. Over 100,000 man-made chemicals right now. The Scientific American reported that tests find more than 200 chemicals in newborn umbilical cord blood. 200 chemicals. So children, babies, are born toxic. 2/3 of all prescription drugs produced in the world are consumed in the United States. Here's the scary part. We only represent 4.8% of the population. So less than 5% of the population consumes almost all the drugs. You see, our thinking in this country is wrong. We have the attitude, I'll do whatever I want to do, and when I break, docs, you fix me. They go to the doctors, you got to fix me now, okay? If you go to Asia and other countries, their attitude is all different. They think all about prevention. So would everyone agree, no matter what we do, poisons are going to get in our body. We're going to breathe it, we're going to eat it, we're going to drink it. I mean, it's getting in, and if we're taking all kinds of drugs. Okay, moving along. 3 major causes of degenerative disease due to toxicity. Oxidative stress from free radicals. If you have it in your skin, it's called a wrinkle. You have it in your joints, it's called arthritis. You have it in your lungs, it could be emphysema or asthma. Acidic stress is when your fluids are acidic. And dehydration stress, if you're dehydrated. When you get sick, or if you've ever been sick, or you know somebody that's been sick and they go to the hospital, what's the first thing they hook up to you? IV. Why? They're dehydrated. You get sick in Asia or Japan, they go, here, have some Kangen water. Have some Kangen water. That's what they do there. Big difference. So, almost every disease is related to the damage caused by these free radicals, oxidation. That's the rusting process. If we remove the damage we are causing ourselves, all these diseases can be prevented. Dr. Sharma, cancer researcher for 22 years, Ohio State University. Some alarming facts about cancer. That's a breast, brain, and lung cancer, by the way. Many studies show that cancer grows in an acidic environment. By the way, that's supposed to look orange, that color. That's acidity, okay? And purple, which is alkaline, they cannot survive in an oxygen-alkaline environment, an oxygenated alkaline environment. So anybody who's ever died of cancer that they tested was acidic. You know what I call that? A clue. You don't want to be acidic. You want to keep your body. Now, it's all about what Dr. Singh said. It's all about balance. You can't be too alkaline, but you can't be too acidic. You need to be balanced. And we'll cover that a little bit more as we move along. In 1940, the incidence of cancer in the United States was 1 out of every 16 people. 1 out of, I think there's about 16 of us here, 1 would get it. Anyone want to guess where it is today? 1 in 3.
Wow.
1 in 3 is females, 1 in 2 for men. Okay? That's pretty sad. We're losing the war. And the leading cause of death in children ages 14 and younger is cancer. Are the kids eating all raw fruits and vegetables every day to help get them more alkaline? Are they drinking healthy water? No. What are they drinking? All the sugary beverages and eating the sugary foods. Consuming acidic foods and beverages drain our alkaline buffers. So you have natural alkaline buffers, calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, which creates acidosis. So when I started drinking this water, the first thing I noticed in 1 week, my acid reflux was gone. So acid reflux. Also, I had arthritis in my shoulder from an accident. For 40 years, every night it kept me up. Every time I went to get surgery, they always talked me out of it. The doctor said, don't do it. Well, finally I said, I'm getting it, you know. And when they did it, they said, wow, it was worse than we thought it was. You're going to be in pain for the rest of your life. You have way too much inflammation and way too much arthritis in there. In 2 weeks of drinking this water, it was gone. Not a little bit, 100%. The other thing I had was leg cramps. And that's a sign of I was depleting all the natural alkaline buffers, the calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Okay? So it's all about getting the body back into balance. So of course I started to share it with everybody after that. So we live in a world of toxicity, and it takes a special water to bring us back into balance. So you're going to see before we're done tonight why this water is so special. So Kangen. Kangen, by the way, means return to origin. Return the water to the way it comes out of the high mountains, out of the glaciers. An antioxidant donates an electron to a free radical and neutralizes it. So here's your free radical, and here's the electron that it's missing. So it's going to go to a fruit, a vegetable, a green tea, or Kangen water. Kangen water just has much more abundance of antioxidants than anything we mentioned already. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to give you a powerful army in your body to neutralize all that oxidation. So here's the first part of my demonstration that I'm going to do for you. This is an ORP chart. What does ORP stand for? Oxidation reduction potential. If it's a plus, it's bad for you. It's oxidizing to the body. If it's a negative, it's good for you. It's an antioxidant. In Japan, they call this negative water. So what's on the positive side? Purified water, reverse osmosis, distilled water, spring water, you name it. I don't care which one, you name it. I've tested them all. Soda, and by the way, that's plus 250 or higher. Soda, 400, okay, or 350 and higher, I should say. Sports drinks, tap water, all plus 350 or higher. Vitamin C from fresh squeezed orange juice. Not pasteurized Tropicana, fresh squeezed. Okay? Minus 50. That's good for you. We all heard that green tea is good. You can go up to minus 100, depending on the green tea. By the way, 1 glass of our water is equal to 30 glasses of green tea in antioxidant properties. You're going to see us come in around 350 or higher. Depending on the water, depending on the mineral content, you cannot make this water without minerals in your water. Now, this is something called an ORP meter. An ORP meter, it's a pinpoint ORP meter for oxidation reduction potential. It's really made for fish tanks. And the reason why it's made for fish tanks is when the fish swim around all day long and they pee and poo in the water, if you don't change the water quick enough, fish swim upside down. So this is to see how oxidizing the water is. Actually, when the water loses its electrical charge, that's when it becomes very unhealthy. I'm just going to rinse off my tip because I have it in a storage fluid. Now, on the meter, if it's a plus, it means it's oxidizing, and if it's a minus, it'll show a minus sign. It does not show a plus. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me take this off. I'm going to let you be the meter reader. Would you do that for me, Dr. Singh? Okay. So I'll let you hold the meter.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll just test them all. So remember, if it's a minus, it'll show you a minus sign. So here is the Kangen water.
It's a minus 290, 300.
Minus 300? Do we get?
That's 310, it's going up. It's stabilizing, so I'd say 300.
Okay, so at least minus 300. 3 things, again, that cause chronic degenerative disease. Oxidative stress, acidic stress, and dehydration stress. Kangen brilliantly addresses all 3 of these. We are the most powerful antioxidant you've ever seen. When you hear about antioxidants, what do you normally think of? Fruits, vegetables, maybe supplements, green tea, right? You don't think of water. This is an electrically charged water. Goes through a filter, and I have a machine back there if anybody wants to see, we'll show it to you how it works and all that. But the water goes through a carbon filter to take out the impurities, then it goes over 7 platinum-coated titanium plates, medical grade, at 230 watts of continual electricity. And that's how this water is created. And by the way, the inside of your body is electrical. Your body's energy. Acidic stress. Help the body become more alkaline. Most people are acidic. And superhydrating stress. Superhydrating, I should say. It's gonna hydrate your body like no other water has ever hydrated you before. So, just to give you a little education on what an antioxidant is, okay? Oxidation in our bodies cause inflammation, We heard that's a big buzzword today. Cellular damage and disease, and it speeds up the aging process. Oxidation is caused by free radicals from our food, air, water, lifestyle, and stress. Free radicals are unstable molecules that have either lost an electron or are seeking an electron.
It's
Plus now?
it's plus, yeah, and it's
Climbing.
still climbing.
What are we up to?
We're up to 220.
Okay, so that's at least a 500-point swing, right? From minus 300 plus? And if I stay here long enough, it'll hit 300. It almost always hits 300. Okay, here's your Poland Springs. What's that showing?
It's 226, 227 plus 230.
230? It's still going up. Okay, let's see. See what Aquafina is.
Aquafina is literally at 300, 300.
300? And how about the Sani?
It's 326.
326, that's the worst one. How about your club soda? You ready?
It's 370.
And climbing.
And climbing, it'll hit 400 for sure. Did it hit 400 yet?
Not yet, no, it's stabilizing at about 360.
Okay, 360. And how about your Gatorade?
408.
408. Very oxidizing to the body. And how about your Sprite?
You're at Sprite now?
Yeah, yeah, Sprite.
Okay, about 400 plus, 406, 400.
Okay, so all of them are very, very oxidizing, aging to the body, correct? And the only one that's an antioxidant was the Kangen water, okay? I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to put this down here. I have a new toy. So, Sina, you haven't seen this one yet. Remember I said to you they called Dasani and Aquafina, they call it dead water. This is a little light bulb. And in your water is energy. You want energy. You want your water to be alive. You don't want it to be dead. So I'm just going to show you something here which is pretty cool. If I put this into the Kangen water, there's two little prongs on the end. See the two little prongs? So you want an electrical charge between them? Look at that, how it'll light up. Now you'll get an electrical charge out of your water as well, your tap water. See, mine's a little bit brighter. See how bright it is? Now let's just see how these bottled waters. Look at that, just about lights up. Okay? And then here's your two RO, reverse osmosis waters. Nothing. That's why they call it dead water. Nothing. And you go back to Kangen, look how nice and bright that is. This water is filled with life and energy, which is what you want. Now, here's something you need to know, because depending on who you talk to, they'll tell you, oh, RO water is the best. Yes, it strips everything out, but it also strips out all the minerals. It becomes a very aggressive water. It was meant to be drank for like 2 weeks at a time, because what it does, it goes in there, it draws all the minerals out of your body. It's for people with heavy metal toxicity. When you drink it all the time, it draws all the minerals out of your bones, out of your organs, out of your tissues, out of your muscles, out of everything. That's why they won't sell it in Asia and most of Europe. It's dead water, okay? But no one's going to tell you that unless you see it for yourself.